So, Lee, you've been with WhiteLabel for a couple of years now.
I have.
I think it's fair to say, especially in the IT industry as a whole, no 2 days are ever the same.
Never the same. Never ever. From the minute you get in, halfway through the day to the end of the day, no two tasks are the same. No two projects are the same. Every day is a new set of challenges, and we have to respond to them the best way we can.
And how does that day look from a technical agent perspective? So you come in the morning, what's the first things that we do?
So the first hour of my day consists of the handover process. We have an arrangement of tickets that have been worked on by the night team, and we need to make sure that they're carried over to the day team seamlessly.
I think that's really important that we present ourselves as one team, because that's effectively what we are.
Mm-hmm.
It is one team, and those tickets, they need to seamlessly move across and continue to be worked on.
Exactly. Our customers depend on it. And we need to make sure that they feel as if every single problem that's been reported and submitted to us is being dealt with properly. Nothing's been dropped through the cracks, nothing's been forgotten about, nothing's been passed on and forgotten about and put into a queue that nobody's monitoring. Every single ticket's monitored. Everything is considered, remembered, and passed on.
After that initial handover process at the start of the day, what is the intro like? What kind of cases are we working on? What are we doing for these customers?
So the beauty of what we provide is that there are no two cases alike. We have the standard tech support tickets ranging from permissions changes, mailbox access, password resets, all the way down to some of the more technical cases where we're looking at more specialist hardware such as multi-camera booths. We have the vehicle and customer monitoring hardware that certain drive-through coffee shops use, right down to what may be classed as projects. So some of the more complex stuff that may involve conditional access policies, or even some of the more intricate security cases that we need to spend a bit more time on.
So you mentioned projects. How are we managing projects in between support cases, and what kind of projects are we working on with these MSPs at the moment?
So one of the main projects we have at the moment are some of these cloud migrations. We're starting to move customers away from on-premises servers over to Azure, and Intune playing a big part of that to help better manage not just users but devices as well, and to keep on top of security.
For some other MSPs out there, maybe that balance can be a little bit difficult,
Yes.
balancing projects and support cases. How are we doing that at the moment? Have we got a dispatch team? Have we got some other roles that play a part?
We do have a dispatch team, ensuring that these particular projects are assigned to specific agents who can better allocate time in the day to focus not just on the overall task, but on the very specific and unique needs of the customers.
And as we know, customers have always got their favourite agents and their favourite techs. So it's important that some of those cases are handled by more familiar faces, I think.
That's true. The one thing that we want to do is build rapport. We want to make sure that when it comes to them reaching out to us, that by having familiar names, familiar faces, they know that they're being handled with the utmost care and attention.
So we're quite lucky in that we've got a large team now.
Yes.
Who are trained and have the ability to deal with a lot of different cases. Mm-hmm. Are there still certain contracts or cases that agents are more suited to?
Absolutely. And most of that comes with time and exposure. We are doing our absolute best to get everyone up on the same page, to the same level. We've started to implement MS900 certificates to our staff. But absolutely, there are certain members of the team who, as I mentioned, through not just exposure, but through continuous contact with some of our customers and clients, have developed a level of comprehension that enables them to get onto those tasks and to fulfill whatever the requirements are, better than, say, somebody else who's having to come in and jump from, say, standard ticket to standard ticket. So by having that one person dedicated to that, we do have what you may consider to be specialized, or maybe perhaps specialist members of the team.
So, Lee, the bulk of the day, as we mentioned, is the support cases and the projects that we're working on.
Yes.
We're getting towards the end of the day now. Where does our focus then shift?
Our focus now shifts onto the handover process that we discussed earlier. It's incredibly important for us to maintain that flow. We said earlier that we don't want our customers to feel a break in the support. So by having that handover process, it enables us to continue the customer service that we've been providing throughout the day into the evening.
And I suppose that's really important as well, that we have that break in the different shift patterns. We hear this word burnout a lot, especially in the IT industry, and we see it with MSPs and other IT companies pushing staff and lots of overtime as well being put out there.
Yeah, we do. And I think one of the amazing things about what we provide is that by having, we have members of team in this country. We have them over in the United States now, don't we? We're expanding into Portland, Oregon, over in Dubai, in the Philippines. So where MSPs may struggle to have a level of support provided during, you might say, unsociable hours, we, as far as we're concerned, that's not a problem for us. We can provide that service, and we can make sure that whether it's the night team or the day team, we're getting adequate rest as well. Ready to go, supercharged, ready to solve cases.
Awesome.
So Ben, I think it's fair to say that no 2 days in the world of white label IT are the same.
Absolutely. And while the world of white label keeps turning, our agents have got a start and a finish to their day, ready and refreshed for the next set of challenges that face them.